it's an incredibly difficult thing to do a startup in the financial technology sector, the fintech sector. It's a really difficult thing. I had the privilege of trying to do that more than 10 years ago in London, and starting a company that does credit card fraud prevention, the automation of that. And the hardest thing to do was to find that first customer. Was to be able to persuade the banks in particular that this little bit of innovation that I've got, this new widget, is actually going to make a difference. We could build it, and we found the technologists. We could build what we thought would make a difference, but it was so hard to find that first bank that actually said, yeah, we'll give it a try. That's the challenge that we face. And then when Sir George Iacobescu from the Canary Wharf Group said, can you help us develop our tech proposition even further? Because they already have a strong, as you heard him say this morning, strong tech proposition. I thought, what a perfect opportunity. Because the good news with my company is that we managed to finally sell it. Last month, actually, it was concluded. 10 years a bit late, but it was a wonderful thing that actually happened in that we went through that full process and sold it. And so I thought, okay, time for another one. But where do I go? Where do I take my new ideas and innovations to in the optimum place that could help me better connect to the banks, better connect to the innovators that will help generate this kind of thing? And so when Sir George said, can you help us develop this tech proposition, I thought, perfect timing. Fintech should be London's birthright. When you think about the size of the sector, there's no reason why it shouldn't be, but there's no single place you can go to that's the best place for this. Hence, what I'm going to share with you today is what we're doing with the Level 39 initiative in helping to just improve that particularly difficult thing of how do you get traction, that first customer, working with the financial services sector. It does a few other things, but what I would also say is that it's very interesting to me the timing for this, because Level 39 and the concept of doing this probably wouldn't have been so attractive when things were going really well, so we thought, in the financial services sector. It takes the adversity of now and the challenges that we're having in the financial services sector for new ideas to be readily embraced. And can I just say, you heard Sir George also say the right kind of innovation. The kind of innovation we're going to talk about is innovation that helps improve things like transparency in the world of financial services, helps improve visibility of risk, the right kind of thing in terms of innovation, instead of some of the innovation that we saw in recent years. So Level 39 is going to become, when it opens, Europe's largest fintech accelerator space. We choose the words quite carefully about accelerator space because what we're going to do primarily is invite other people to come and run their innovation programs and their accelerator programs at this amazing space that we've been able to create in Canary Wharf. Now, firstly, where is it? Well, it's not too tricky to guess where it's actually going to be. What we discussed with the Canary Wharf Group is that if we're serious about doing this, and we really do intend to create a place that really will try and do this well, it needs to be in the highest available floor in the main Canary Wharf Tower. Nothing else would be acceptable. And I have to say, I'm proud of the organization for rallying behind us and making the whole of the 39th floor. It's quite poignant. It used to be a firm of accountants, and it's quite interesting that it's turned over to, if you like, innovation. And so that's where it is, on the 39th floor, and you will be the first people to see this, by the way. So I've only seen this once this morning, so you're going to see what the inside looks like. It is an amazing space. It's 29,000 square feet that is pretty much there to help the industry transform. So we're inviting the banks, the financial services sectors, really interestingly, the technologists that went to work for the financial services who have bright ideas that they want to come and develop in a place that will help them develop their new ideas. It has a terrific event space, has a business club lounge to attract the investors. It's got these sandboxes, beautifully designed ideation spaces. I'm a bit nervous because Tom Hume is here and he kind of knows everything about ideation spaces. He's going to look at it a bit later. I'm really nervous. However, I will say a quick word about who we helped design this. We asked Gensler to help us design it, one of the co-sponsors today. And I'll tell you why. It's because Gensler have done two things. They've done banks, and they've done Facebook. So I was able to say to them, in the sliding scale, it's about there, maybe a little bit more towards Facebook. That's what we wanted to achieve, because it's got to be accessible to all, both the financial services as well as the innovators. So I'm just going to show you a little bit. This is a concept of what it's going to look like, but I understand that quite a lot of you have decided to join us this evening for our first cocktail reception in what will become the Club Lounge this evening after today's event. So please stay and join us there, and you'll actually be able to get an idea of what the space is like. So just very quickly, the lobby. As you can imagine, this does not look like any of the other lobbies in Canary Wharf. And that's quite purposeful. It is designed to tell you as you arrive that something unusual, something innovative is going to be happening here. A lot of the materials are being reused. Those benches, for example, are the floor tiles. You know, as you go into office buildings, the raised floors, they have the floor tiles. Trying to reuse an awful lot. We left some of the ceilings, but we cut holes in some of the ceilings, just to show you a little bit under the hood about what's going to be going on there, just to create some concepts. So the event space is a pretty awesome space. It does have an incredibly distracting view, I will say that. It's the view west over London, and it is one of the most beautiful views. And this space will be used to host technology days, innovation, demo days, industry events. It's good for banqueting. We've put a very nice kitchen in there as well. The kind of capacity is about 210 seats. The lounges will have unique characteristics. You see, we left the ceilings in some of the places. We haven't taken them out everywhere, because in some places ceilings can be quite useful. You can rent a desk here. This is a very cost-effective place. The prices will be published in 1 week's time. It will be a very effortless place to be able to land. You can rent a desk, you can take a membership there, and you could use a drop-in membership. It'll have this wonderful open plan pantry or canteen with the best coffee machine that we can find. We have been trying coffee machines. It is awesome, the coffee. Please come and try our coffee. The ideas behind the space are also that should you decide that you are, say, a bank and you want to run a skunk works, or you want to try some technology, an innovation that's possibly disruptive to your business, you can come and do that within our ideation spaces. They've got interesting little features, like they haven't really got corners. The walls just keep going. So when you're writing your ideas, you never have to run out of ideas. You can just keep going. Little features like this, as well as some of the best ideation technology that you can find. Now, why is this a good thing to do? Well, the fintech, financial technology sector, is a huge employer in the UK. It's a crucial part of the infrastructure. And there is no reason why we shouldn't open the place up to allow the next generation of innovation that's going to potentially disrupt some of the existing business models, as well as encourage entrepreneurs with great ideas to better connect with the kind of financial services companies that now need to make cost savings, efficiencies, improve transparencies. And that's our part of this. Now, we see Level 39 as very much part of the Tech City initiative. As you heard earlier today, starting from the City of London, going right up to the Olympic Park, and then down east to Silvertown Quays and in Newham as well, and London Borough of Greenwich, who are doing that terrific work. This whole rise of the East is something that we're very much keen to be very much part of. And what we hope to do with Level 39 is just add a small specialized contribution towards that, so that if you're a fintech startup, this is the place that you might naturally want to come to be able to help you drive that next generation of innovation. So I'm going to cut it short because I realize we're quite short of time today, and just leave an open invitation for you. This is our new contact information, level39.co. The M is not missing, that's there on purpose. So please contact us and pop in for a coffee and have a chat about what we can do to help you to innovate and grow. Thank you.